Hello guys, it's a 3-game NBA slate for this Thursday, January 23rd. And so starting off, as usual, looking at point guard, um, there's going to be two teams on a back-to-back. That's going to be the Wizards, who actually were playing in an OT game against the Heat on Wednesday, and then also the Lakers. AD was limited to 30 minutes, so we'll have to see if he does play on the back-to-back. At point guard, we have Luka Doncic, 12.3K. Porzingis is back now. It's going to be a second game back after missing close to a month. He is on a restriction, but I feel like Luka's just the guy that you're going to want exposure to because he just has a massive ceiling. He's the best play overall, like raw points obviously on the slate. He's 12.3, very expensive. I think that you're going to definitely need to play him, especially if CJ McCollum plays, because then that definitely makes Lillard worse of a play. If AD, McCollum, they miss, then sure, LeBron and Lillard get bumps, but Luka, even though he's expensive, it's only a 3-game slate, and it's always very tough to fade those expensive players. So Luka gonna be one of my favorite plays on the slate. Next, LeBron. It's against Brooklyn, 10.4K. It's a back-to-back though. AD probably is gonna play this game. And LeBron's just a guy that usually is pretty consistent, getting like around 50 DraftKings points, but there seems to be like not that much of a ceiling as compared to Luka, which yes, you are paying close to $2,000 more, but just the difference is a lot more points really. Like Luka has an 80-point DraftKings upside, while LeBron, I'm sure he hit like 90, I think, one time because of a double OT game or something against Dallas Mavericks, but just it feels like Luka's just a better play. Portland, they're not a good defensive team. They're still pretty short-handed. They're getting Trevor Ariza, but he's definitely not a huge deal on the defensive end. He's an old guy. Will help the Blazers defensively because they're they really need it. But still, Luka, we all know who he is. Next, Damian Lillard, 9.9K. If CJ McCollum plays, then I feel like Lillard, you're not going to need him. At this point, you really need him to go off, and he already did that last time without CJ. I feel like CJ, if he plays, then you just don't need Lillard. You probably should go to Kyrie or go up to LeBron and Luka if that's the case. For Kyrie, I like him. 8.4K he is probable right now against the Lakers. Sure, there's that LeBron versus Kyrie thing, but Kyrie, he just seems a little bit cheaper. 8,400. He's been back now. His minutes are definitely going to be up there in the 30s. It was a blowout last time, so he got 31, but he just seems too cheap right now. 8,400, even though the Lakers are a solid defensive team. Kyrie, he hasn't really shot the ball well at all, and he's just going to be still the go-to guy for these Nets. Next, Darius Garland is 5.5K. I prefer him over Sexton just because he's $1,000 cheaper, and they both get a ton of shots. They're both in a very good match against the Wizards, who are not back-to-back. They don't play defense, and they play very fast. Anthony Simons, if CJ McCollum is out, his price is coming up, so I don't feel like it's a must-play, even if CJ misses, but he just didn't play because of the minutes that he's probably going to still get, heavy 30s. Trevor Ariza starting at small forward, that's probably going to take away Gary Trent Jr.'s minutes. I feel like they close with Simon, Lillard, Ariza, Melo, and Whiteside. Other guys, really thin though. Dante Exum, Isaiah Thomas. They're guys that are going to be in a game where both teams don't play defense, and they're both definitely value plays at under 4K. So they make sense for value if you really need it. On to shooting guard, Bradley Beal. I feel like I'm going to play him at small forward, but because he is a shooting guard, I'm going to talk about him here. 7,700 on a back-to-back. It was encouraging to see he got 38, but it was an overtime game. But still, if we got him at 33 minutes, it's still too cheap. And this is a matchup where he can easily exploit. He's only 7,700, and we know the upside that he still has. Obviously, make sure that he plays because it is back-to-back. He's definitely rested some of those this season. Next, Joe Harris, 4,100, going to be more of a value play because he's a guy that we know he needs to get hot from 3. He's actually rebounding the ball pretty well. Not going to be too big into the assist and steals blocks, but he's just a pure shooter. 3-point bonus on DraftKings. He's going to, he's a star. He's going to play some solid minutes, so you always are going to probably get around like 5x at least for Harris. If he just manages to catch fire, then sure, you're going to, see like a 30-point DraftKings game out of him, but he just makes sense for a value play when you really need it to fit in all the studs. Other guys, Gary Trent Jr., 3,400, probably starts, but or probably they actually might not start him. He probably comes off the bench. Because Ariza's going to start a small forward, and they'll bring him in like halfway, subbing for Simons. But he's 3,400, probably still going to get like a good load of 20 solid high 20s in minutes. So makes sense for a value play. He's still very cheap. Other guys, Seth Curry, he's 3,300. He was on the Blazers last time. Some revenge. He's definitely very score independent, very reliant on the 3-pointer, but we don't really know just when he's gonna hot, when he's gonna get the minutes. So he's cheap now, 3,300, definitely worth a shot. Because it is daily fantasy, you only need a guy to catch fire for one night. Other guys, small forward. This is a position where you can just see the prices are crazy. Like either pay up for LeBron, go to the mid range with Beal, or go down. And so that's why I'm probably gonna be playing a lot of Bradley Beal if he plays. And if he somehow misses, then obviously you go to Troy Brown, Jordan McRae, the usual guys. But that's obviously going to make this slate a whole lot chalkier. So I hope that Bradley Beal actually plays. Other guys, Tim Hardaway Jr., Dorian Finney-Smith, 47, 4,600. It is definitely a bump down for these guys with Porzingis back, but Dwight Powell is out, so that probably means a bump for Dorian Finney-Smith, Max Kleber, and possibly Boban. Don't know if Boban's going to start, but still his minutes are always limited. Tim Hardaway, 4,700 in a very good matchup. He definitely is scoring dependent as well, but he's cheap, 4,700 against the Blazers. Dorian Finney-Smith, same thing. Definitely doesn't have that same kind of ceiling, but he's the solid defender, rebounder, so possibly a value play that we should consider at a very weak small forward position. Other guys, probably Chetty Osman, 4,400 is going to get some ownership just because of the minutes and the matchup. Makes sense for a value play. Probably actually like Osman over DFS and THJ. Probably playing a lot of Bradley Beal once again, and also Trevor Ariza, 3,500. He's gonna be starting. He probably plays some heavy minutes. He's a 3-and-D guy, so it's not like it's gonna need him. Like they need him to take some time to get into the swing of things with this team. He's a veteran. He probably will see some pretty heavy minutes. If CJ is out, makes sense. If CJ is in, I feel like this kind of just turns into Kent Bazemore role where if it gets hot, sure, he is a better rebounder, but he definitely has a very low floor, just like Bazemore. His minutes are probably going to be all over the place still, but, starting definitely seems encouraging. He's only 3,500, so I like him. For power forward, Anthony Davis, 9.5K. If he's going to play 30 minutes, I feel like that's fine. Probably going to be very low owned because Brooklyn, they are definitely very exploitable inside at the center position. If 30 minutes we get it out of AD at 9,500, every time he's 4-digit price tag, I definitely like him. Back-to-back is concerning. Hopefully he's not limited even more. If he's not on a limit, then I really like AD at the 9,500 against Brooklyn where they're really weak inside. And then Kevin Love, 8,100 in play, but he definitely feels expensive. It is a very nice matchup though. Carmelo, 6K if CJ McCollum is out, just because there's going to be more shots to go around. He turns into the number 2 option for them on offense. Davis Bertans, 5K against the Cavs. They don't play any defense. It was very encouraging to see him get up to 32 minutes this game. But also he's pretty score independent. He's big, so he'll get rebounds, but he's really relying on shooting. And then Max Kleber, 4,900, very good match against the Blazers. Should see more minutes now. Probably can start alongside Porzingis. And then Taurean Prince, also 4,900. They're going to need him out there to defend LeBron. And he has a very solid ceiling when he's shooting well, obviously, and rebounding. Definitely can hit 40 for that. But this is a very tough matchup. It's just that he's cheap, 4,900. So it makes sense for a value play. Lastly, on the center, Hassan Whiteside's 8.8K. He's probable with a groin injury. I'd expect him to be not that high owned, but this is a very good price for him still because he just has a ton of upside. And because he isn't as cheap as usual, he's going to be lower than he should be. He plays a lot better at home, and we know when he wants to play really well, he turns it on, and he has enormous upside of 60 points. So 8.8K makes people go away from him, and I feel like there's just other studs like the guard and forward position that you're going to want. So he's going to be pretty low, and definitely going to want some shares of him. Tristan Thompson, 7.3K makes sense because of the Wizards, but he is expensive. Doesn't feel like a priority. Jarrett Allen, 5,900. Claxton's doubtful. DeAndre Jordan's questionable with a dislocated finger. So if they're both out, Jarrett Allen probably has to play possibly mid-30s in minutes because the Lakers, they have a lot of size. He's only 5,900. If he's able to get very consistent minutes, which has been an issue for him, 5,900 is very much in play for Jared Allen. Could get you a double-double. They're going to need him out there for his defense, and he's a tremendous shot blocker. Other guys, Dwight Howard, just because of how he can target Brooklyn inside. Usually a guy that gets you mid-20s in minutes, even with 80 back. Still has some solid games, like in the 30s in DraftKings points when 80 is playing. And Thomas Bryant, 4,700, he saw more minutes. Never mind, he did not see more minutes. Probably not going to be on him then, but we know the upside that he has. If he somehow starts for this game, obviously I'm going to like him. But probably not going to be a play that I'm going to after seeing those minutes. DeAndre Jordan's 4K. If he's playing, probably backs up Jared Allen. Could be more of like a 50-50 timeshare. And at that point, then DeAndre's only 4K. Going to be a good value play. And then Boban Marjanovic, 3,900. It's always risky if he's not starting. And I don't think he is because they could just go with Kleber with Porzingis back now. But Boban is a guy that definitely has upside in limited minutes. If he starts, he's going to be very chalky. But he's 3,900, so if he's able to start, you just plug him in. If he doesn't, it's going to be, if you're willing to risk it, because he could definitely see 0 minutes. So you never know if he doesn't start, if he's going to see the court at all, but we know he's just a giant and he can definitely have a very solid game in limited minutes. And it does make sense if he sees some minutes here, because without Dwight Powell, they probably need some more size, and Hassan Whiteside's a guy that definitely does not move away from the basket, so it definitely is a matchup that makes sense. And then lastly, this is just a dart throw. John Henson, 3K against the Wizards. Very solid matchup. If for some reason Tristan Thompson gets in the foul trouble, gets hurt, the chance of that happening is very low, but if you're really looking for a 3K punt, John Henson. So overall on this slate, Damian Lillard going to be a core play for me if CJ McCollum is out. And then I'll probably plug in Bradley Beal at small forward, but obviously you can do Trevor Ariza here as well. I'll go ahead and put Ariza at power forward. Going to be probably the top value play as of now, just because of the minutes that he's probably going to get. I'll put in Boban, and then I'll put in Luka. If Boban doesn't play, obviously you can go to other value like Anthony Simons or Joe Harris. So for now, I'll plug in those 5. You still got a decent amount of salary, not too much, but it's just going to be dependent. Like if CJ McCollum is in, I'll change this to Kyrie Irving, and then you got more salary to work around. But Luka's probably going to be my favorite play of the slate. And then Bradley Beal definitely makes a whole lot of sense as well. So I feel like Bradley Beal's going to be probably one of my most high-owned players just because of the small forward eligibility. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the picks. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. Please subscribe to the channel. You can ask me anything down below in the YouTube comment section below. Also, you can DM me on Twitter at Boffles, add me on there, and I'm always happy to help answer your guys' questions. So good luck on this slate as usual, and I'll see you next video. Bye.